was Carnell Johnson.
Golden Knights and the Avalanche here in Vegas. Tonight's starting goaltenders Alexander Georgiev for Colorado, tied for the league lead with Linus Ullmark, 40 wins last season. Logan Thompson started the first 8 playoff games for Vegas, winning 5. Knocked out due to injury, and then it was the Adin Hill show.
Yeah, the goaltending carousel last year, Booch, for Vegas. They somehow were able to keep it together, and then Adin Hill was very steady and was consistent and gave them a great opportunity. And there's nothing like having that confidence in the blue paint, as you know.
Well, you think about it. I mean, Logan Thompson to start the season, without him, I mean, the Vegas Golden Knights would have been in a hole. So he carried the weight early on. And you're right, Adin Hill came in, played great at the right time of year, and earned himself a real nice payday after winning the Stanley Cup.
Top line on the ice for Colorado: McKinnon, Jonathan Drouin, and Arturi Lehkonen up against the excellent fourth line for Vegas.
Yeah, look at that defensive pair there with Devon Toews and Cale Makar. You could argue as good as a pair there is in the entire National Hockey League. Great to see Cale Makar back, his first action in preseason. You mentioned Kenny and the walk-in a little bit earlier. So for him, it's all about getting his reps, and we had a chance to talk to both coaches, but Jared Bednar, the head coach of the Avalanche, told us that he's very excited to get Cale back into the lineup and let him get some reps and get ready for real next week.
Shot by Carrier, handled by Georgiev. Both Makar and Toews missed a lot of time last season, coming off the Stanley Cup victory in 2020.
It just almost seemed like they couldn't get healthy last year, Booch. That being Colorado, didn't matter really where it was. They just could never really kind of get totally healthy. But look, that's the National Hockey League. Everybody's, Vegas had their share of injuries as well, and they eventually ended up winning the Stanley Cup. They just didn't have the depth, and I think the organization went out and they've addressed the depth here with the moves that they made over the course of the summer.
Well, and I think some of the guys that they added, too, in the offseason, a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier. The guys that they lost last year to injury, they lost a lot of weight, and they had some good players, but they were a little light, and they paid the price come postseason. I think some of the additions are going to pay off big time come playoff time with some of the size that they added to their group up front.
Ryan Johansson, one of the newcomers for the Avs on the ice, number 12, longtime Nashville Predator. Puck deflected in by Val Nichushkin as both teams make changes. Just over 1 minute in, first period here in Vegas. Eddie, as you mentioned, most of the regulars in the lineup tonight on both sides.
Yeah, it's important as somebody that's going to want to be ready to go at the start of the season. I mean, you want to play the last couple of games if you can to just get your timing in, and most teams would like their best players to play at least half of the games if you're playing 6 or 7 preseason games, not like the old days, Bush, when you used to play 10 or 11.
I couldn't imagine that. I mean, you'd have to come up with a phantom injury in training camp with a schedule like that. A little groin pull here and there. 10, 11 games. That's craziness. We're gonna get a penalty coming up here on Vegas as Riley Tufte took a stick in the face as he's trying to drive the net here. See Petrangelo's stick come up and clip him up high.
Vegas, number 7.
Tufte's had a nice preseason. 3 goals in 3 games for the former first-round pick of the Dallas Stars.
Maybe a 4-minute penalty here. Like he had the courage to go behind the net and then wrap the puck around, and Thompson was able to make a couple of saves like that after the first attempt there by Tufte. So preseason, you want to get your reps, you want to get your touches, you want to get condition, but also too a power play, and especially teams an opportunity to work on that. And here the Avalanche getting a real nice opportunity for 4 minutes.
4 forwards on the ice, double minor, 4 high sticking. Petrangelo on the box. Drouin out for Makar. Score! An early power play goal with Johansson getting a piece of it. Avalanche strike first.
Well, the face-off win, that is the key, and then the Avalanche go to work. Johansson's a right-handed shot, and he presents his stick for Cale Makar. and Makar just lets a little wrister go. Here you see 12 in white circling around. He's in the high slot area. That's going to go back to the point. Drouin to Makar, and then there's the quick little shot with Lehkonen standing in front of the net. No chance for Thompson.
Yeah, it's tough for Thompson because you got to look through the traffic of Lehkonen in front, and you know the idea of Makar walking that line. The question is, do you want to look over to the left of Lehkonen or to the right? It looked like Thompson was looking to the right at first, and then he wasn't able to recover in time, and the redirect makes it awfully difficult to pick up, and the Avalanche have themselves the early lead.
Here's Kolasar's shorthanded opportunity, turned aside by Georgiev. Power play continues. Double minor for high sticking, assessed to Alex Pietrangelo. And the Avalanche with an early 1-0 lead here in Vegas. Makar with the puck for Colorado. These teams met earlier in the preseason in Denver, a 3-2 Avalanche victory.
Nothing like scoring early on a power play, especially a 4-minute power play. Gain some confidence, gain some traction, and you score it so quickly you don't even have to make a change. You just stay right out on the ice.
Here's Lehkonen, carries in deep. Back out to the right side for Taves. Jonathan Drouin. Big opportunity for him this season in Colorado. Lehkonen's pass deflects away from McKinnon.
Lehkonen could have taken that puck to the net if he wanted himself there, but I think he had his mind set up on moving that puck all the way over to his line mate and center iceman there, Nathan McKinnon.
Under a minute remaining on the power play for the Avs. Here's Thomas Tatar, a former Vegas Golden Knight. Bowen Byram looking to play the puck, but it deflected out of play behind the Vegas goal.
Go back to the play of the goal by Ryan Johansson. He's going to be right in this area here. And eventually this puck's going to come to this area of the ice. But watch how he moves. He's just presenting his stick. He understands the puck's going to go from the wall to the middle, and then the quick shot. He gets inside position on Brayden McNabb, who was out trying to front Lehkonen from not allowing him to move it there. And it all becomes a 2-on-1 right in front of the net, and the hand-eye coordination dropped. That puck had to drop at least 3 feet. Bush had no chance for the goaltender with that really good shot by Makar to be allowed to be tipped there by Johansson.
No, really, you need a little bit of luck on your side as a goaltender in those situations, especially when the tip is from that far out. I mean, you have to get as big as possible, but you also need a little bit of luck on your side. And that puck did drop, making an awfully difficult early save for Thompson to make on the power play. And, you know, Makar's so good at getting it through, and the Avalanche have themselves that early lead.
Oh, what a stop there.
Off the centering feed from Tatar. Thompson covers.
Boy, Ross Colton, the former Tampa Bay Lightning, got a pass from Thomas Tatar, and watch this save here by Thompson. Outstanding save off, I believe it went off the left pad. Maybe the inside of the left pad, but he found it and was able to absorb it, and that's a really, really nice stop. Heck of a play there from a couple of newcomers. And I really like the addition of Colton from Tampa Bay. Brings some size, brings some heaviness, and he can really, really drift the puck. The guy that played his junior hockey in the USHL in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Scored the Stanley Cup winning goal for the Lightning in 2021 against Montreal. Penalty has expired. Vegas back at full strength. Logan O'Connor in behind the net. Frederick Olofsson. Fourth line on the ice for the Avs. Battle for the puck continues. 4.5 minutes in. Colorado with an early power play goal from Ryan Johansson. Pucks it out to the point for Girard from Olofsson. And now it's Connor for the Golden Knights into the right of Georgiev. Puck sent back out to the right side for Pietrangelo. O'Connor and Haig come together. Shots are 5-2 in favor of the Avs. Girard carries the puck out. Both teams make changes as Haig works it back behind the Vegas net. And then takes the return from Pietrangelo. Final preseason game for the Avs. For the Knights, one more against the Kings on Saturday. Pietrangelo carries in deep. Now Eichel with it. Eichel with Barbashev and Marchessault. Shot by Pietrangelo, missed the net. Marchessault bumped away from the puck. And then Lehkonen knocked to the boards, allowing the Golden Knights to regain control. Vegas 1-3-1 over their first 5 preseason games. Avalanche 2-3. Eddie, you were talking about those key additions made by Jared Bednar's Avalanche.
Hey, you look at Drouin, Tatar, Johansson, Colton, Miles Wood, a lot of speed. Frederick Olofsson, look at the guys that they lost. JT Compher, a lifer. EJ Eric Johnson, a lifer in Colorado for many years. How about Alex Newhook? I thought that was just an outstanding move by Colorado. They gave Newhook every opportunity last year, Bush, to really seize that opportunity to be a second-line guy, and just really never happened. And they end up getting a first-round pick from Montreal for a guy that just it wasn't going to work in Colorado for whatever reason. So hopefully for Newhook, it could work out in Montreal.
With Johansson towards the net. Now in that number 2 center role for the Avs. McKinnon keeps it alive. Makar, shot gets blocked. Golden Knights led the league in that category.
No skate play for Jonathan Marchessault.
He blocked the shot. Here comes McKinnon with speed. McKinnon with a shot stick save by Thompson. Puck kept alive by Drouin. And then it's knocked off his stick by Brett Howden.
Another good save there by Logan Thompson. As you mentioned, Marchessault, no skate blade. That opened up a lane for McKinnon, and that can be a scary sight for a goaltender, but a solid save there for Thompson on the McKinnon shot.
Got to be careful of that skate blade, too. It's right in the middle of the offensive zone of Vegas.
Here's a Mario for Vegas.
It's kind of like me, Bush, walking through the house now when the grandkids come over and you got toys all over the place. Got to watch where you're walking for old Edzo.
Put your glasses on. Make sure you see where you're going.
Well, first off, which pair? I got about 74 of them up here.
Which toy is your favorite, Eddie?
Well, the Tickle Me, of course it's a Tickle Me Elmo doll, of course.
Tickle Me Edzo.
There you go, Kenny.
Got to look at Jonathan Marchessault putting on a new skate on the bench. Seems to be okay now as he's got some new steel. Some dicey moments for him here as he got out in the shooting lane. Makar's shot knocks the blade off. And then it's some slippery times for Marchessault as he gets back to the bench. And then McKinnon gets chugging up the ice. And as I mentioned, that's a scary sight for a goaltender to see McKinnon flying down that right side. But a real good save by Thompson as his team was a bit shorthanded as Marchessault was trying to get back to the bench.
And Bush, on that replay you showed us, McKinnon shooting in stride. So hard for the goaltender, right? When the deception is with a guy that's so quick, shoots in stride instead of sitting there teeing it up, and then you kind of predict on what you're doing.
Yeah, you're right. It's hard for the goaltender to get. It's hard to get set when he's skating as fast as he is. But you're right. If he shoots it in stride, it makes it awfully difficult for the goaltender to kind of get set and make sure that you're square as possible. I mean, you really, when a guy's coming in that fast, Edzo, it really just becomes about, you almost retreat because you just have such a fear of a guy coming with that much speed. I can imagine the same thing for a defenseman. You see them coming with speed, the safe thing is to just retreat. And for Thompson, unfortunately, he's a big enough guy that if he plays on that goal line, he still can be big enough to make some saves.
1-0 Colorado lead. Save made by Georgiev. Scramble in front. Penalty coming up. And the Golden Knights will head to their first power play. It is a hook.
Boy, Braden Pahal, the youngster, did a nice job of walking the line and getting this shot through, and Alexander Georgiev.
Colorado, number 70, minor penalty for hooking.
And thank you very much, referee Steve Gazzardi, with that call. But the face-off win, the quick little wrister, it finds its way through, and Carrier going hard to the net.
That was a good positional save, Edzo, by Georgiev, because it was that traffic by Kolazar and Jack Johnson. It was a flyby screen. And for Georgiev, just a real good job of getting to the top of the crease, being square and upright as possible, able to fight that off with his shoulder.
Sam Malinsky, defenseman out of Cornell, in the box for hooking.
Yeah, he was one of the most sought-after free agents this last offseason. A few games with Colorado at the end of last year.
Well, the Knights on the power play. Stevenson, Marchessault, Eichel, Stone, Theodore, 4 forwards on the ice. Here's Theodore. Well, Marchessault with the puck. Chandler Stevenson, 2-time Stanley Cup champion with Washington and Vegas. Here's Theodore once again. Telegraphed the pass, picked off by Girard.
Yeah, good read there by Girard, understanding what the play was by Theodore.
Well, Marchessault back across. Golden Knights on the power play. Theodore. Now Eichel with it. Pass broken up and cleared by Logan O'Connor.
Thought Eichel had a chance there to shoot the puck, and this is one concern here for head coach Bruce Cassidy. Talking to him as wants to see his power play. Let's have a little bit more movement. And it's not only the guy with the puck, but the guys without it. And instead of trying to force things through the middle of the ice like Eichel just tried, is to when the lane is there, go ahead and then attack, and then those lanes, and if you get the movement that you want, those other plays should open up if you're not as predictable. And there's the head coach, the Stanley Cup champion, and known as Butch, Bruce Cassidy. And here's this play. Theodore goes to Eichel. He's got a chance to fire that puck right at the net, but he waits, he stick handles, and now he tries to go across. And I believe that was Lehkonen that had the stick out and was able to deny that lane. But the lane was there. But that's something where all of a sudden you look at the tape and then you say, okay, well, if this play happens again, you can go right down the stone at the blue line. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a hard shot. If you just funnel it there, then all of a sudden the penalty killers will have to respect that play. But if they know the tendencies, they're going to take it away. And that's what happened with the seam pass. They got shut right down.
Good job by the Avs on the kill. 10 seconds remaining on this Vegas power play. No shots have gotten through to Georgiev during the man advantage. Walensky returns from the box. McNabb, one of 5 remaining original Vegas Golden Knights. They went to the Stanley Cup final their first season, won it in their 6th. Here's McNabb, gets the net with that attempt. Lehkonen and Haig. Now Carrier and Taves behind the Colorado goal. 10.5 to play, period 1 here in Vegas. Makar leading the rush. Now Taves with it. Off the stick of Drouin. McNabb controls for the Golden Knights.
There'll be an interference call coming up.
The box.
McKinnon not happy with the call.
I think it's going to be on McKinnon, it looks like. Oh, it's going to be on Cotter.
I think maybe McKinnon is going as well. Yeah, Mazzari was trying to get McKinnon's attention. It's going to be Cotter and McKinnon.
.43 from Vegas. He's got the original interference. And then 29 Colorado has it on Sportsman comment.
Official Steve Mazzari was trying to get McKinnon's attention for about 15 seconds, and McKinnon just kept skating away, ignoring him, and eventually McKinnon was told to go to the sin bin. So he picks up a misconduct after the interference call by Paul Cotter.
I don't think the coaches really mind, because you get a chance to work on your 4-on-4 here, Bush.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Work in all situations during this preseason.
You can practice and have inter-squad games and scrimmages and whatever, but until you have somebody with a different color sweater from a different city that has some ill will for you, there's nothing like it.
Avalanche with Johansson to Tar. Tar lost the puck. Makar and Taves. The defense parent for Colorado. Here's McNabb. Back out for Theodore. 4 skaters aside. Now Eichel. McNabb defended by Makar. Good defensive play by Taves, and now Makar back the other way for the Avs. Gets past the midway point. First period here in Vegas. Kenny Albert along with Eddie Olczyk and Brian Boucher. There's Nichushkin into the Vegas zone. Nichushkin backhand shot. That's gloved by Logan Thompson. Preseason hockey.
You see his name anywhere there? Anybody? No?
The Vegas Strip. Welcoming Bush.
I see his picture, though.
Back in Vegas, follow the NHL on social media for behind-the-scenes coverage of the biggest moments, original content with your favorite players, and highlights of the best plays in hockey.
How about that?
Well, look at the Sphere, just a couple of miles away here in Vegas.
Unbelievable.
U2 performing tonight A tremendous new venue. I had a chance to walk through yesterday.
What'd you think? Pretty impressive.
Indescribable.
The pictures and the video I saw, it just looks amazing.
Once you see a concert there, you might not want to go anywhere else. Ryan Johansson, early goal for the Avs on the power play. Teams continue to skate four aside.
The linesmen and referees are getting an earful here tonight, so they must think it's regular season right now, because you see this often.
Race for the puck. Byron beats Stevenson to it. Steve Kazari and
beautiful play there by Byron.
Brady Hamilton referees tonight. Trent Noor, Caleb Apperson, the linesman. Save made by Thompson. Rebound scored. And Chuskin makes it 2-0 Colorado.
Well, this play all started back in the Colorado zone. Here's Bowen Byram. Watch the play that he makes. Avoids, escapes, and then now all of a sudden he draws two Vegas Golden Knight players on one side of the ice. Nichushkin, Gerard, the defenseman, jumps into the play, and then there's a big, fat, juicy rebound, and Nichushkin stops in front of the blue paint, which is most important, and has had himself a tap in.
Yeah, it's a tough rebound for Thompson. I mean, it hits him almost in the crest of the sweater, but there was daylight where his elbow was, and it snuck through. And if you're a defender, you just assume your goaltender has that puck. I mean, you can't expect to pick up Nichushkin in front of the net because it looks like a nothing shot. Tough rebound, and Nichushkin, Johnny, on the spot, as you mentioned, stopping in front of the net, picking up the loose change.
Vegas had something going there, but Olofsson with the good stick on Theodore.
Here comes Eichel, moving in on Georgiev, who makes the stop.
Puck would never settle down here. No worse feeling as an offensive player to be in on a breakaway, and it looked like from my vantage point this puck was on edge. It just did never settle down. Watch him try to stick handle and settle it down. Now this puck, I mean, it's just no worse feeling because you just aren't able to do what you want to do with it.
And so what do you think in those situations when it's rolling? Do you think it's just best to rip it or try and be as patient as possible to settle it down?
I've always kind of felt if you're going to try to settle it down, you got to settle it down at the top of the puck, not the bottom, because it just keeps bouncing if you go to the bottom. And it's easier said than done, but look, it happens a lot, and you're under pressure because you got guys chasing you. But I think is the quicker you can get it into a shooting position, even if it's rolling and it's flat, then all of a sudden you got something, you got something going.
Yeah, because if you're a goalie, sometimes that puck rolling, it can be awfully difficult to pick it up off the stick.
Yeah, when it's in front, right off that near post. What a shot there by McKinnon. Because if it's in front of you, it's really hard to do anything with it.
McKinnon keeps the puck alive in the Golden Knight zone. Now Howden for Vegas. Devon Taves. Here's Makar with some room. Glove save made by Thompson.
Well, McKinnon looks really sharp here tonight. I mean, he's got his skating legs and obviously the willingness to shoot pucks. This one here, he just rips off the short side, off the post. Good drag there past Ben Hutton. And then, you talk about doing it right, getting above the puck. He can check from above, and then you can keep the play alive. He does that on Amadio and allows the Avalanche to stay in the offensive zone eventually for a Cale Makar shot. But good habits so far from McKinnon here in this first period.
I mean, he had an outstanding playoffs, even though Colorado lost in round 1 to Seattle. He was special, which he obviously is, but he was outstanding in that round 1 loss.
It sure was a 7-game series. Avalanche allowed the first goal to the Seattle Kraken in all 7.
Colorado's got 8 scoring chances so far in this game.
Goals from Johansson and Nichushkin. Puck across the crease and then deflects just wide.
Vegas with only 2, and one of them was that breakaway chance we just saw from Eichel.
The shots on goal, 11-6 in favor of Colorado. Here's Waugh with Kolasar. Waugh sending it back out. Shot by Haig, missed the net. Puck held in the zone by Waugh. Now Colasar with it. In behind for Connor.
Good hustle by Nick Watt to come back through the middle of the ice. Keep that play alive.
McNabb left point. Stevenson flips it across. Off the stick of Theodore. And then cleared down ice by Miles Wood. Long-time New Jersey Devil. One of the new additions to the Avalanche roster.
He's going to bring some size. He's going to bring some heaviness. And he can score. I mean, he's a threat short-handed, too.
Scored 13 last year. His career high 19 with the Devils. Now Colton towards the net. Saved by Thompson. Wood knocked to the ice. Stone to the puck for Vegas. Knocked down by Ross Colton. 6 minutes remaining, period 1. Zach Whitecloud, Alec Martinez, William Karlsson not in the lineup for Vegas tonight. On the other side, Avalanche, of course, still without their captain, Gabe Landeskog. Missing backup goaltender, Pavel Francouz. And Andrew Cogliano. There's Eichel, had that breakaway opportunity moments ago. Barbashev keeps it alive. Looking to set up Ben Hutton. That comes back out to Pahal. Picked off by McCarr.
Good stick Olofsson again. He's made a couple of good defensive plays. Pahal was trying to get that puck down low, but just a quick little stick there from Olofsson. Shut the play down, and the Avalanche were able to clear.
2-0 lead for the Avs. Early power play goal, Ryan Johansson. And then Val Nichushkin at even strength during 4-on-4 action. McKinnon could not accept the pass. McKinnon chasing Georgiev. Comes out, and then Stevenson with a great chance.
He had an empty net, and Georgiev somehow was able to deny that puck from going into the empty net. I mean, Cotter was licking his chops. Boosh. All of a sudden, he looks like he's got a breakaway, and unfortunately, here comes Nathan McKinnon, and then here comes Georgiev.
That good read by Georgiev, right? He knew he was in distress with McKinnon all over him and kind of surprised him. Reminds me of Dominic Hasek. He used to do that a lot, right? Catch a skater when
head down.
Have somebody on him, head down, exactly. Get out and surprise him a bit.
Yeah, they really like that guy, Boosh. They really do, Georgiev.
Yes, they do. 40 wins, you'd like him too.
Tied for the league lead last year. It was Darcy Kemper in goal when the Avs won the Cup back in 2022. There's Jack Johnson. Knocked to the ice, penalty upcoming.
It'll be a slashing call. It's going to be on Brett Howden, I believe.
Power play coming up for the Avs. Here's why they like him, Eddie.
Look at his chance. Right there, and he makes a beautiful skate save.
What a right skate.
Michael Amadio in the box. Third power play coming up for the Avs.
Yeah, Brett Howden went in there, spent some time, and then they said, no, we got the wrong guy. It was on Michael Amadio, and there's that play by Georgiev again, coming all the way out. Both players avoiding the goaltender beautifully, and then Georgiev with an incredible stop on Chandler Stevenson.
Just like you used to do it, Boosh.
Yep, just like me. Except I would have found a way to put that puck in the net afterwards after making the initial save. For Georgiev, though, when you come out like that, right, to avoid contact, that's important too. I mean, you know, you put yourself in a situation like that, your head is exposed, you can get hurt in those situations. Fortunate for Georgiev there.
Avalanche 1 for 2 with the man advantage. McCarr, now Drouin. Lehkonen setting up in front. McCarr had some trouble with the puck. And now it's carried out by McNabb. Stone killing some time. Now has it taken away by Arturi Lehkonen.
He's been a really solid pickup for them. Terry Lehkonen, a couple of years ago, helped them win the Cup. Just an incredible 200-foot player. Play with any type of player, play him in any situation.
Puck held in by McCarr for Drouin. Picked off by Eichel. Eichel with Howden, they crisscross. Backhand shot stopped by Georgiev. And McKinnon back the other way. 2 Golden Knights back for Hall and Haig. McKinnon waiting for teammates off the bench. Puck cleared by Eichel with under a minute to go on the Amario minor.
You can tell we're getting near regular season now. The pace down here at ice level, it's exceptional. These guys, the conditioning's there, their skating legs are there. You can see that day one of the regular season is right around the corner.
There's Byram back out for Taves. Half minute to go on the Golden Knights penalty. Chuskin already with a goal tonight. Now Taves for Byram. Byram carries it to the corner. Back out it comes for Ross Colton. Devon Taves watched by Colasar. Here's the Chuskin shot blocked. Colton with it for Colorado.
Colton gets some good opportunity on the man advantage. Didn't get a lot of that in Tampa.
Penalty time winding down. Chuskin's pass picked off, cleared by Colasar as Amario makes his return.
Yeah, you wonder, Edzo, if that'll be the case when Rantanen gets back into the lineup, right? He'll be on the top unit, and you wonder if perhaps Drouin or somebody on that top unit drops down. But for now, Colton, you're right, getting a little opportunity to play some power play.
He can play it, Bush, because he can shoot it. And you need guys on the power play who can shoot that want to shoot the puck and aren't going to defer.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the NHL and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Bruce, you mentioned Mikko Rantanen, 55 goals last season, out of the lineup day to day with a lower body injury. Josh Manson also out tonight.
Rantanen was unbelievable in that 7-game series last year in round 1 against Seattle. The big boys showed up. The depth and the injuries obviously were a big part of it, but Seattle just eventually found a way and outplayed them and went on and took on Dallas in round 2.
Rantanen led the league in even strength points last season. 77, 105 overall for Rantanen. Final minute, first period. Puck kept alive by Riley Tufte. Now it's McNabb, Tufte, and Stone having words. Puck sent down ice by Shea Theodore. Golden Knights have iced it.
And Tufte and Stone, some words here in front of me, and Nick Hague getting involved as well as you see Mark Stone coming up and finishes his hit on Tufte there. And you remember earlier in the preseason, the hit by Hayden Hodgson on Mark Stone and the comments that he had for Hodgson after the game.
Yeah, LA and Vegas in an earlier preseason game.
I don't know if I totally agreed with Mark Stone in that circumstance. I thought it was a good hit by Hodgson and a pretty good hockey play. But you can understand why Stone was upset. I guess he was right because Hodgson was put on waivers and subsequently sent down by the Los Angeles Kings, so maybe he knew something that we did not.
Mark Stone now playing the role of general manager.
Speaking of management, we're going to visit with George McPhee, the man in charge of the hockey operations here for the VGK. So looking forward to visiting with George after the first period.
He's been here from the start. Along with Kelly McCrimmon, they've done a magnificent job. 5 trips to the playoffs in 6 seasons. Lehkonen looking to get away from Hague. Hague stayed with him. Now Taves drops it back off. And a penalty will be assessed with under 2 seconds on the clock.
It's going to be on Nick Hague after he got beat in a neutral zone.
Vegas, number 14, 2 minutes for hooking.
Lehkonen got a step on him. And let's see where this stick goes. As Hague reaches around. Yeah, it looks like it caught him right on the hand, and that's why he ended up calling the penalty. It happens to be down the shaft a little bit of the stick of Lehkonen. And you're in desperation mode if you're Nick Hague. Like you're just trying to prevent him from not allowing him to get a shot on goal. Obviously, he did that, but the referee, Steve Kazarian, They're getting their reps in too, Bush. The officials.
That whistle's been busy, hasn't it?
Fourth power play for Colorado. Vegas, the least penalized team in the league last season. 20 minutes in the books. There's Ryan Johansson. He opened the scoring, and then Valanchuskin made it 2-0. Colorado. Avalanche will start the second period on a power play as the Golden Knights exit. The defending Stanley Cup champs. And the team that won it all 2 seasons ago. 2-0 Colorado. Coming up during this intermission, we will chat with the president of hockey operations here in Vegas, George McPhee. Welcome back to the NHL on TNT from Las Vegas. Colorado Avalanche with a 2-0 lead over the Vegas Golden Knights as we get set for the start of the second period. Bush.
Yeah, I tell you, for the Colorado Avalanche, a lot of new faces on this club right now, and the idea that they felt last year, some of the injuries that they had, the depth that they were hurt, and then they needed to add some size and a little bit of grit and a little bit of heaviness to their game. Well, Miles Wood certainly brought that in that first period. You could see that the Avalanche were awfully aggressive on the forecheck, tried to create some turnovers. Even Ross Colton getting a nice feed from Tomas Tatar. Those are 2 new additions to their club. And then on the power play, Ryan Johansson, who to me, I feel like a perfect fit for him here in Colorado. You think about a guy that really in his career has not won anything, and now he's in a situation where he can be a secondary center, playing behind a star in Nathan McKinnon, get better matchups, and have an opportunity to win. I thought he looked really good in that first period, picking up that power play goal.
Well, he brings size, he brings skill level, and talking to Jared Bednar, the outstanding head coach of the Colorado Avalanche, you've been very impressed, Bush. You know, Kenny, talking to him before, like he was very pleased with what Johansson's been able to bring in training camp and the exhibition games and get an opportunity on this #1 power play unit.
Got to look at Haig in the box. Johansson already has a power play goal tonight. Stevenson wins the draw. By the way, Eddie, it was nice of Bruce to bring that graphic with him that we saw a moment ago, pointing out that, yes, he does still hold the NHL record, 5 consecutive shutouts.
332 minutes, right? Oh, yeah, and how many seconds, Bush?
1 second.
That's what I thought.
But who's counting, you know?
Not us. Here's Johansson with a shot, missed the net.
I just missed. Thompson down, but not able to hit the net, that being Johansson. That's what you call, well, look at, you're in the perfect city, Bush, for a heater. That was a heck of a heater there, wasn't it?
Certainly ripped it, didn't he?
No, I'm talking about your shot.
Oh, my, yeah. Well, I thought we were done with that story.
You carry that around in your pocket, Bruce?
I do.
That graphic?
I do. I mean, but I always, you know, I got a good memory, so I remember the numbers. I don't need to.
We'll see it about 45 more times this season.
You guys sound a little jealous, or, you know, you're not happy for me. What's going on here?
I was happy for you, not anymore.
Here's Eichel, killing some time with 50 seconds remaining on the Haig penalty. No shots so far in this power play for Colorado, their 4th man advantage tonight. Here comes Tatar playing on his 5th NHL team. Here's Colton, middle on the boards.
Oh, good hit there.
Now Taves with the puck for the Avs. Shots on goal, 14-8 Colorado. Goals from Johansson and Nichushkin. Tatar walks it across. Now Byram. Back out for Taves. Bowen Byram. Defended by Kolasar. In deep, Nichushkin. Penalty time winding down. Colton with the puck. Now Taves. Back across. Nichushkin drops it off. Colton shot blocked. Penalty expires. Here's Haig out of the box. Nicholas Roy, blocked by the stick of Taves.
Good shift there for Braden Paul, the young defenseman. Had a good hit earlier, had the shot blocked, and it created the chance. Unfortunately, Vegas not able to capitalize as they were coming out of the penalty box. There you see the youngster getting some instructions there from assistant coach John Stevens, who's won 3 Stanley Cups Hall's an assistant to in LA and then here last year in Vegas, but there's that shot block there, and never know when you need the young guys to step up, Bush.
Yeah, you need the depth, right? And you heard George McPhee talk about it in the interview with you guys. They were decimated by injuries during the regular season, and playoffs they got healthy, but when you know you got younger guys that can step in and do a job for you, particularly on defense. I mean, you think about Vegas's defense and you think about might be the best in the National Hockey League, and add another guy to that mix and feel comfortable playing on that only bodes well for the Golden Knights team that has, you know, listen, there's a couple guys that are getting a little longer in the tooth too, with Brayden McNabb being one of those guys, Alec Martinez. So having that depth is important.
Yeah, I mean, they had their pairs last year in the Cup final with Pietrangelo, Martinez, McNabb, and Theodore, and then Haig and Whitecloud. That third pair, so to speak, the Haig Whitecloud could probably be a lot of teams' twos. The second pair, and to your point, Bush, with the depth on the back end. It's one thing Vegas could do is they could out-defend you. Very comfortable playing in, you know, 2-1 type of games.
Save made by Georgiev on Theodore. You were talking about that third pairing. You think back to that Stanley Cup final. Haig was the only player in the lineup drafted by the Golden Knights. They've made so many trades, as you talked about with George McPhee during the intermission, to acquire some big-name players, but Haig was a Vegas draft pick.
Yeah, and Whitecloud was a free agent signing from Bemidji State University, and really, I mean, really the only two homegrown guys that they had. I didn't know that Whitecloud was not drafted, but signed as a free agent and through the system, and those guys played together in the American League, and at that time they were with the Chicago Wolves, growing their game. And interesting moving forward here. You know, I mean, Vegas is about the right now. There's no doubt about it. But, you know, 3 to 5 years from now, to be able to replenish with the picks that have gone and, you know, developing the young players in the American Hockey League, with the minor league team here in Henderson, Nevada.
Carrier tied up behind the net. Walensky moves it up the boards. Kept alive by Waugh. Puck knocked down by Georgiev. Haig with that last attempt. And McKinnon and Marchessault. Here's Jonathan Drouin. 3-on-1. McKinnon back for Drouin, and the save by Thompson.
Real nice save here by Logan Thompson as Vegas gets caught, and the odd man rush and little give and go. McKinnon, Drouin, former teammates in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, and a good opportunity for Drouin coming to Colorado. We talked about the other guys and Ryan Johansson, but it's a great opportunity for Drouin too. But a good read there by Logan Thompson as he figured out that was most likely going to be a give and go. Was kind of deep in the crease, was able to push with that right leg, get across, and make a tough save look relatively easy.
And Drouin not able to, or chose to not put himself in a position of one-timing the puck, and that allowed the goaltender to buy some time to get over, read the play, to go right to left.
So it remains 2-0 Colorado. Michael takes the puck away from Makar, and now it's Makar on the recovery. Just over 4 minutes gone. Second period. Kenny Albert, Eddie Olczyk, Brian Boucher from T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. Puck kept it at the line by Shea Theodore. Now Cale Makar back the other way, making his preseason debut. Backhanded along by Johansson. McNabb. Michael up the boards. McNabb swings it back the other way for Theodore. There's Marchessault. Dice onto the stick of Eichel. The Knights go for a change. Jack Johnson started last season with the Blackhawks after winning a cup in Colorado. And then returned to the Avalanche. Puck smothered by Logan Thompson. Bruce, you mentioned Drouin and McKinnon, teammates in the Quebec Major Junior League. There they are with Halifax jerseys. And now Drouin getting an opportunity on the top line, along with McKinnon and Lehkonen tonight.
And breaking down coach speak, when we got a chance to talk to Jared Bednar before the game, got the sense is that it seemed like to me, Bush anyways, he would like to start McKinnon with Drouin. And obviously everything is a work in progress and fluid, but there's O'Connor getting a stick up on Pahal. Maybe even a right shot, but giving him every opportunity, as you mentioned, Bush. It's a great opportunity for Jonathan Drouin, but I certainly got that read. I'm not sure what you thought of talking to Coach Bednar about, you know, how he projects the season to start next week.
Yeah, I totally agree. You know, I think with Gabe Landeskog being out for the entire regular season, it appears that for Drouin, this is a great opportunity to be with a guy that he's familiar with, that he had success with. Now, albeit at another level, the junior level, but still, I mean, you have success with a player that can give you confidence. And aside from all that, being out of Montreal and being out of the, you know, the fishbowl that is, and being a French-Canadian kid there, and how much pressure is on a player who's a third overall pick, I think this is going to be a breath of fresh air for Drouin and a terrific opportunity to play on a talented team and just be a piece to the puzzle. And if he can find a way to get his confidence back and find some joy in playing once again, it could be a terrific pickup for the Avalanche.
And I think as well, you're going to play with a guy, obviously you know the history. We showed you the history there with Nathan McKinnon. Penalty coming up here on, I believe it's on Colasar. Is you're going to play with a guy that's going to want to see you succeed, right, Bush?
Yeah.
And I don't say he's going to force him, but he's going to do everything in his power, just like on that last play there, is to try to get him back the puck and get him some confidence. So there's something to really lean on, and it's a there is no risk with giving Drouin an opportunity here in Colorado.
Colasar in the box for tripping. As you saw in the graphic, Drouin, the third overall pick by Tampa Bay. Spent the last 6 years in Montreal. Eddie, you know a thing or two about being drafted third?
A long time ago, Kenny.
Michael Jordan, the other third overall pick
right,
in the same city that year.
That's where it ends right there.
Wolves and Blackhawks both had the number 3 pick, Jordan and Olchek. Fifth power play for Colorado.
That and liking to get our feet wet. That's probably what the two things in common between myself and Michael.
Avalanche 1 for 4. Here's McKinnon. Stopped by Thompson.
Beautiful pass there from Lehkonen and an outstanding save. Quick release there from McKinnon.
There's McKinnon once again. Back out. McCarr. Now Drouin with the puck. Across it comes to McKinnon. McCarr, far side, in front, looking for Lehkonen, was Drouin. Puck deflected by a high stick. And the play blown dead on the touch by Johansson.
Colorado snapping the puck around. There's the pass from Arturi Lehkonen. Stone looking one way, and there it is, and right off the right shoulder. Beautiful save, good positioning, and a tremendous pass there from Lehkonen out to McKinnon.
And I don't know what you see on the power play, but for me, it looks like the Avalanche, everybody else is on another speed. And particularly McCarr, McKinnon, but Drouin is more, he's about dusting it off and taking his time. I wonder if that's going to be an adjustment for him to kind of integrate into this power play a little quicker, right?
Exactly.
Now McKinnon for McCarr, under a minute to go on the Colasar minor. Michael got a stick on that pass from McCarr. McCarr for McKinnon, score! 3-0 Avalanche, a bullet off the stick of Nathan McKinnon, a second power play goal for the Avs tonight.
Well, we talk about the puck movement. Here's Nathan McKinnon. The puck's going to be moved around here. You got to put it in a spot so he doesn't have to stop it, right? Remember we talked about a little bit earlier with Drouin. The puck is right in the wheelhouse. The other one, he settled and shot quickly. This one here, beautifully executed by the Avalanche.
Yeah, what I like about Drouin there, you know, you talk about moving it quick, but the patience to draw the Vegas Golden Knights defender to him and then make the play to Makar. Now you got him trapped, and then you get it over to McKinnon on that one-timer on the weak side, and a real good play. So this power play for Colorado, you could see the talent, and it's going to be a problem for a lot of teams if they can gain confidence throughout this preseason going into the regular season. A lot of talent there.
Makar and Drouin with their second assists of the night, both coming on power play goals. First Johansson and now McKinnon. Nichushkin scored at even strength during 4-on-4 play. Here's a Mario for Vegas, backhand shot. Wood lost his helmet. He's heading off to the Colorado bench. Puck kept alive by Pahal. Now it's O'Connor for Colorado.
Good play by him there to tie up the stick of Mario, who was all by himself out in front.
Just under 12 minutes remaining here in period 2. Bowen Byron with the puck for the Avalanche. Shots now 20-12 Avs. They lead 3-0. Puck comes back out to Johnson at the left point. Here's Walensky with a shot. That gets blocked.
McNabb with the block.
McNabb second in the league in that department, Eddie, last season, behind only his teammate, Alec Martinez. Golden Knights led the league in block shots. Here's Barbashev for a cutting Pietrangelo. Slides it across. Score! Nick Waugh puts the Golden Knights on the board.
Brilliant pass by Ivan Barbashev. You talk about patience with the puck right in the middle of the ice, and he finds Alex Pietrangelo. Georgiev maybe gets a piece of this, but just great patience there from Barbashev. Pietrangelo, he can shoot it, he waits. Waugh opens up, and it finds the back of the net.
You know, it's funny, right? We were talking to Bruce Cassidy before the game, and he made mention about Barbashev and his offensive ability, and that maybe a lot of people didn't know about it in the National Hockey League, and that was a real talented play there to kind of wait for Pietrangelo to get to a space and created the whole play. Good play by Barbashev and finished by Waugh.
Barbashev and Pietrangelo won a Stanley Cup together in St. Louis, and then again in Vegas 4 years later. They pick up the assists. Nick Waugh, 14 goals during the regular season last year. 1:44 seconds after the McKinnon goal. So the Golden Knights have some life after falling behind 3-0. Everybody having fun tonight here at the arena in Vegas, as they usually do. What a run. 6 seasons, 5 playoff appearances, 2 trips to the Stanley Cup final, and a championship in year 6.
Very impressive. If you haven't had a chance to see a game here in Vegas, it's as good as it gets around the National Hockey League, because this is a hockey building.
Puck cleared ahead by Drouin for Lehkonen. Looks to gain a step on Stevenson. McKinnon puts on the brakes. McKinnon back out. Drouin stopped by Thompson.
That's good quick release there. Beautiful pass from McKinnon.
Now Gerard for Colorado. Puck played by a high stick. Whistle dead. 9:23 on the clock. Middle period here in Vegas. There's Waugh, his first of the preseason. Moments ago, after McKinnon gave the Avs a 3-0 lead.
Well, tomorrow night, more preseason hockey over on the NHL Network. Penguins and the Sabres. And it all kicks off October 10th, their regular season. The Preds at the Bolts, and then the Blackhawks and Connor Bedard will be in Pittsburgh to take on Sid the Kid and the Pittsburgh Penguins over on ESPN. And then we will be in Boston to see Connor Bedard and the Blackhawks take on the Bruins. And then the second half of the doubleheader on Wednesday, October 11th, will be these Colorado Avalanche will be in LA to take on the LA Kings.
We'll see you in Boston, Bush.
I'll be there.
Opening night on TNT next Wednesday.
Can't wait.
Bring that credit card for dinner Tuesday, Bush. You're buying.
And the Bruins Centennial celebration as well. Ceremony prior to the game on Wednesday night.
Be a few legends there, I got a feeling.
Aside from Bush?
I don't know if this must not hear us about the credit card on Tuesday for dinner.
There's a limit on mine.
A limit.
What do you call those?
You call it a governor.
Here's Eichel, cuts away from McKinnon. Towards the net, Barbashev waits, and then a stop by Georgiev.
Oh, what a pass. Beautiful pass there from Eichel. And Barbashev just wasn't able to get elevation as Georgiev with a tremendous stop. Some urgency here from the home team. More so since they got down 3-0.
Theodore lifts the puck out. Barbashev and Gerard. Now Taves comes over. Wow, works it back out, but Hutton was heading the other way. Here's Colton using his speed. Colton moves in with a shot. And it deflects back behind the goal.
Hall got a stick on that one, too. So, had a couple of blocks now in this game. Good recovery there.
Holding call there. Wood's going to go. Great effort there from Carrier.
Golden Knights to the power play. Looking to pull to within one. After the save made by Georgiev on Barbashev. Off the beautiful feed from Jack Eichel.
To the play from Ivan Barbashev. So just stay with me here. So obviously see the puck, and I see when a lot of offensive players get this opportunity and they pull the puck, they pull it this way, but they come closer to the net. I think they got to move the puck laterally. And I know there's people chasing you sometimes, because then you get an opportunity as we let it roll, is that you're farther away from the net and you have a better opportunity at the angle, Bush. Yeah. So when you make that move and you got it in front of you, when you pull it across your body, it gives you more opportunity to elevate, because most goaltenders are going to fall towards you, and then there really is no angle to put the puck up top.
You're right, Edzone. As you look at that replay, Georgiev's glove is up, and then Barbashev, as he pulled it to his backhand, he recognized he was in trouble at that point. He's like, I can't get this up, and that's why he tried to outweight him. So yeah, if he kind of pulls back a little bit, maybe there's more net to look at, but because he was in so tight, that glove positioning caused a problem for Barbashev.
And again, look, I know you got guys breathing down your back or whatever, but if you can just think about it, instead of going on an angle, if you just pull it right across your body, now all of a sudden you're going to be able to make that play.
Second power play for the Golden Knights. Short-handed opportunity, Gerard. Thompson able to make the stop. And now it's Theodore. 7:15 remaining, period 2. 3-1 lead for the Avs.
Oh, you say it's 7-11, Kenny, in time for a Slurpee.
Wait till the third period for that one. Here's Theodore, keeps the puck alive.
Oh, good play there from Taves.
Season number 3, NHL on TNT. We were in this building June 13th when the Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup. And now 115 days later, preseason hockey with the regular season getting underway. Next Tuesday for some teams, and then Wednesday doubleheader here on TNT. Barbashev with 35 seconds remaining on the Wood penalty. Puck cleared down ice by Tatar. Now Pietrangelo for Vegas. Mario and across the line. Backhand shot, Barbashev, and a penalty coming up. Extra skater on for Vegas. Here's Pietrangelo. Deflected. Hutton in front, saved by Georgiev. 6 skaters on 4. Pietrangelo. First penalty about to expire. Here's Wood out of the box. Shot saved by Georgiev on Barbashev, and now the Golden Knights will go back to the power play. It is a hook.
Hook game.
Bowen Byram to the box.
And Ivan Barbashev again with an incredible chance on the backhand. Beautiful passing play. Amadio to Barbashev. There's the hook. A good recovery there from Makar.
Back to the power play. Look at last year's Conn Smythe Trophy winner, playoff most valuable player, Jonathan Marchessault.
Seemed like every time there was a golden opportunity, no pun intended, it ended up in the back of the net off that man's stick. But interesting year coming up for those two guys. Jonathan Marchessault and Chandler Stevenson. At the end of this year, both their contracts are expiring. They will both be UFAs, unrestricted free agents, and be really interesting here moving forward, not only here in Vegas, but what the market might bear depending on where the salary cap is a year from now. But something to keep an eye on here in Vegas.
Think about some of those tremendous deals concocted by George McPhee and Kelly McCrimmon prior to that first season. Oh, what an opportunity for Stevenson.
Almost on cue.
Marchessault and Riley Smith acquired from Florida Panthers, and Smith, a key member of the Golden Knights over the last 6 seasons, now a Pittsburgh Penguin. Saved by Georgiev on Theodore, puck loose in front, threw it out of trouble, and now it's Eichel to pick it up for Vegas.
Oh, what a
Poked
step
away, Johansson. Third power play for the Golden Knights. Colorado has scored twice with the man advantage. Stevenson for Eichel, and Georgiev kicked it out, and then Stone couldn't play the bouncing puck. And the Golden Knights must reset.
Oh, you talk about execution. Boy, what a great entry on the power play there by the Golden Knights.
Here's Eichel into the right of Georgiev. Marchessault to the puck. Stevenson deflects it back out. Theodore around behind for Mark Stone. Stone the captain. Here's Marchessault. Tried to get it through to Stevenson. Cleared ahead by Colton for Nichushkin. Down to 45 seconds remaining on the power play for Vegas. Now Eichel. Colorado led 2-0 after 1. Each team in the goal here in the middle period. Barbashev set up the long goal along with Pietrangelo. Here's Amadio spinning on Makar. Moving the puck for Barbashev. Up the boards, O'Connor got a stick on it.
Good read there from O'Connor. Barbashev threw the puck, was rolling all the way. He jumped on and was able to get it out of the zone. Relieve some of the pressure very late on this power play as Byram is standing up, ready to exit the penalty box.
Here he comes. Byram back on the ice. Pietrangelo with the puck for Vegas. Past Barbashev. Golden Knights have iced it.
Trying to score off the rush on the entry. Beautiful give and go here. Move the puck, move yourself. Eichel to Stevenson, back to Eichel, and Georgiev made a couple of really, really nice saves here in this second period, Booth.
Yeah, he's put himself in a real nice position here. He's had a nice hockey game. A little bit more work here in this second period with the power plays that Vegas is getting, and I think he's put together a pretty good night here, almost through 40 minutes.
Oh, what a pickup.
Here's McKinnon with Drouin. Unable to get the shot through.
Great stick there by Pietrangelo, laid out.
How about that skill level of Nathan McKinnon there? 1,000 miles an hour through the middle of the ice, and to be able to pick that puck up with his skate and then create the chance offensively. I know nothing happened, but the chance was there because of the incredible skill level that Nathan McKinnon, and he got a free chop in there off, I think that was Hutton. He was making like Paul Bunyan there and got away with a slash.
Bruce, you talked about McKinnon's speed earlier coming down that wing. When you think back to your career, who are some of the players that gave you nightmares with their speed?
Oh, goodness. Nobody skated like that in my era. Not that I can remember. I mean, I remember Brian Rolston being a fast player, but certainly not of the skill level that Nathan McKinnon or Connor McDavid has in today's game. It was a much different game 15 years ago. It's incredible how much the game has evolved into not only being able to skate without the puck, but skate with the puck and make plays, as Enzo just made mention. I mean, it's just incredible.
So in other words, you're saying it's a good thing you retired when you did.
Absolutely. Look at all the goaltenders nowadays, though, guys. I mean, the idea that a goaltender can play 65 games, it doesn't happen anymore. Maybe Andrei Vasilevsky might be the only guy that proved that he could do it in years past, but because of the scoring chances, because of the speed of the game, I think the scoring chances are much more difficult today than they were 5-10 years ago because of the way that the guys play and the skill that they have. It's tough on goaltenders, and I think that's why we don't see maybe the domination of goaltenders like we saw maybe in the era of Patrick Waugh, Dominic Hasek, and Marty Brodeur.
Happy birthday to Patrick Waugh. And Mario Lemieux. Both celebrating birthdays today.
Happy birthday, Ace. Watch this play by McKinnon here. Lock it in, off the skate. Hutton goes one way, McKinnon goes the other way, and then he tries to curl and drag. He does, but at the end, the stick from Pietrangelo prevents Nathan McKinnon. Having a conversation there with Jack Eichel.
Got to a minute 25 on the clock here in period 2. There's McKinnon with the puck. Now McCarr moving in.
Right off the mask there of Thompson.
O'Connor for Colorado. Takes a hit from Pietrangelo. Olofsson tries to get it back through to O'Connor. Bruce, to your point a moment ago, wasn't that long ago, Martin Brodeur, our colleague Henrik Lundqvist, they were playing over 70 games every year.
Yeah, I don't know of anybody that could do it in today's game. Not with the parity and the skill and the chances that take place every night. I mean, the power plays, look at Edmonton's power play last year. I mean, and what they were. I mean, that's nightmarish for a goaltender. I mean, you think of the chances that you're going to face. If they get 5 power plays in a game, they could get 15 scoring chances on those 5 power plays easily. So do that night after night. It makes it awfully difficult for goaltenders to play that 70 games. You have to have a 1A, 1B, keep guys fresh so that they can give you quality starts. Otherwise, I think you run the risk of having a goaltender that just simply runs out of gas, and that can hurt you in the long term.
Well, the first thing is that you don't play him against Edmonton, first off. So you give him a little bit of work. You give him a little breather there, Bush, and then you figure it out from there. Bush, if I was coaching you, you'd play 70 games, okay? I'm just telling you right now.
As long as I got paid, that's all I care about.
Now the truth comes out.
Oh, boy, you better bring 2 credit cards to dinner next Tuesday.
Oh, I didn't say I got paid. I said as long as I got paid after 70 games.
Thanks for the explanation, Bruce.
He's not only a good broadcaster, but a good stick handler, too.
Absolutely. 3-1 Avs. When we come back, we'll look ahead to the season openers next Wednesday on TNT. Welcome back to the NHL on TNT. We get you set for the third period. Kenny Albert, Eddie Olczyk, Brian Boucher. Nathan McKinnon and the Avalanche. 3-1 advantage. McKinnon with a power play goal in the second period.
Going to look at McKinnon here tonight, and he's known for his crossovers, known for his speed, and he's been all over it here tonight. He's been sharp. You can tell that there's a level of seriousness to McKinnon's game. And Enzo, you talked about him wanting to have Jonathan Drouin succeed, the give and go, but eventually it's McKinnon who's the benefactor of a feed from Makar that started with a beautiful play by Drouin, and he put that power play goal home. And for McKinnon, a real solid night. You can tell that he's ready to go, and he probably can't wait for opening night to start in the regular season.
He has that ability, regardless if you're a fan or a broadcaster, and you got your backside in your seat. You get to the edge of it very quickly when he is out on the ice, whether he has the puck or not, because he has that incredible athleticism.
Jump on the car, deflected off Drouin. McKinnon followed up the Stanley Cup season with a career-high 111 points last year. Now his 11th season with the Avalanche. Here comes Makar. Into the Golden Knights zone for Tatar. Tatar shot missed the net.
That puck changed direction.
Nichushkin out. Makar saved by Thompson.
When Cale Makar is carrying the puck up the ice, he's just going to get separation and makes one pass, beats three guys, and they enter the zone, and that puck went off the youngster Pahal, and then they went right to work. Nichushkin gets it to Makar, but this is a relatively easy save as Hutton does a good job of boxing out and not allowing any traffic out in front of goaltender Thompson for Vegas.
Johansson wins the draw. Bowen Byram carries in deep. Just underway, third period. Avalanche with a 3-1 lead. Here's Johansson to open the score off the side of the cage. McNabb knocked to the ice by Johansson. Golden Knights finally able to clear the zone. 2 assists apiece for Makar and Drouin tonight. Here's Cotter for Vegas. Back out for a shot by McNabb from long range, handled by Georgiev.
Cotter did a good job there, knocked the puck out of midair and then created the offensive play. And with Riley Smith, as we talked about a little bit earlier, one of the originals for the Vegas Golden Knights off to Pittsburgh. Cotter getting the good opportunity, and it's a work in progress according to head coach Bruce Cassidy. He's going to be able to fill that spot. Get that ice time. And also, too, Smith was a very underrated penalty killer.
Smith, Carlson, Marchessault played together for
they were
most of the last 6 seasons here in Vegas.
Awesome.
Carlson 43 goals during that inaugural season. Marchessault, the playoff MVP last year. Shots now 25-19 in favor of the Avalanche. They took a 3-0 lead, and then Wahoo has the puck here, scored the Vegas goal. Sutton could not keep it in the zone. Ben Hutton, excuse me, and puck was played by a high stick. Eddie, what are some of the storylines you'll be keeping an eye on this season?
I think the one that stands out to me is what the Winnipeg Jets decide to do with Connor Hellebuck, whose contract expires at the end of the year, as well as Mark Scheifele. And Connor Hellebuck, Bush, you played the position, so you would know. Like, he has the ability to go ahead and have go to a team if they do trade him. To go to a team, and that team all of a sudden goes from being a playoff team to a Stanley Cup contender, because he is that. I think he is that good. So I'm keeping an eye on that, because those two guys have the ability to really kind of change the fortune of a franchise moving forward.
Hellebuck has presence, doesn't he? I mean, when he's in the net, he's a big guy. He likes to play. I mean, he's one of those guys who probably pushes up on 55, 60 plus games. I mean, I know we talked about that before. He's one of those guys that can play a lot of games, because his game is quiet. He's big. He stays back in the blue paint. There's not a lot of movement. So yeah, that is a guy that could make, say, a team like maybe a New Jersey.
Oh yeah,
a contender.
LA,
yeah.
Again, it's not easy with the salary cap and trying to do the gymnastics with that. But
well, and what if Winnipeg is in the playoffs? I mean, do you move them or do you just keep them?
You asking?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Oh, look, I don't think there's you have to replenish.
Here comes McKinnon down the right side. Glove save made by Thompson.
If they're not signing Bush, I don't think that you can
move them.
Because look at, I think they made a heck of a trade with LA. Now, Pierre-Luc Dubois goes from Winnipeg to LA. He didn't like it in Columbus. He didn't like it in Winnipeg. Okay, well, is he going to like it in LA? Well, I know he got 8 years of powder coming for the contract he got, but Todd McClellan's going to hold him accountable. I'll tell you that. Because that's the way that Todd is, and he's got some guys there that is with Kopitar and Doughty, and you got a guy like Rob Blake and Luc Robitaille. Hopefully they can get the best out of Pierre-Luc Dubois, but Winnipeg did very well. But I just don't know, Bush, if you can let those guys walk for nothing. And to me, that sets you back 5 years. That's just my opinion.
Blake Wheeler, longtime Winnipeg Jet, now member of the New York Rangers. Face off control by the Golden Knights, now held in by Jack Johnson, back to Tatar. Nichushkin out to the left point, Johnson with it for Colorado. Jack Johnson now in his 17th National Hockey League season. Walensky through the crease. Johnson had it taken away by Stevenson. Puck rolls all the way back into the Golden Knights zone.
That's the one thing Chandler Stevenson's been all to be able to do as an NHL career, whether he was in Washington or now here with the BGK. He is an excellent puck pursuer. He tracks down a lot of pucks on the forecheck. He certainly knows how to angle. I think the best angler I've ever seen on the ice. That puck deflected up and over Georgiev. It was Hockey Hall of Famer Marian Hossa. I've never seen a guy forecheck and angle. Guy's got 4 or 5 outlets. Bush when he's going back for the puck, and then all of a sudden here comes Big Hoss, and the guy's got no options because the guy just has that ability. And you see Stevenson with really nice positioning here, reaching in, reading what Johnson's going to do, and all of a sudden he gets a step on him. Now he's got leverage. Now he goes to work.
Even when he first started to get on Johnson, right, he had the stick behind him, so the stick, Johnson took a peek over his shoulder, recognized, well, that play's not going to work. Then he tried to go to his backhand, recognized that ain't going to work, and before you know it, the speed that Stevenson has, he just closes on you as quickly as possible, and before you know it, you got nothing.
Barbashev with the puck for Vegas. Here's Eichel. Picked off in front. And cleared ahead by Tufte. Glove by Logan Thompson. We were talking about Jack Johnson a moment ago. Remember last year on TNT, member of the Blackhawks. He had just won a Stanley Cup with the Avalanche. Battle raising opening night. Joins the celebration.
Sure enough, what, 6 months later, whatever it was, you mentioned Kenny a little bit earlier, going back to Colorado.
Eric Johnson, a longtime defenseman with the Avalanche, also a member of that Cup team, now a Buffalo Sabre.
In Buffalo, real good pickup there by Kevin Adams and head coach Donnie Granato.
Buffalo, a team on the rise in the Eastern Conference.
Boy, oh boy, Bush, when I think about the Eastern Conference, everybody's talking about Buffalo and, teams that did make the playoffs that are, that are going to do it. Buffalo and Pittsburgh and Detroit and Ottawa. Well, somebody's got to miss. Who's coming out? If you got those 4 teams that everybody thinks, or a lot of people think, I should say,
It's up by Haig, handled by Georgiev.
Is right, right there to take the next step. So it'll be really interesting how this all plays out.
Well, and how much of an effect does the injury to Andre Vasilevsky have on the Tampa Bay Lightning as well? I mean, minimum 10 weeks, they're saying. If they dig themselves enough of a hole, I mean, can they get out of it? I had Tampa in the top 3 in the Atlantic going into the season with a healthy Vasilevsky. Now it makes me think twice. You wonder if teams like Buffalo and Ottawa and Detroit are going to take that next step. I mean, to me, the team to watch in the East is Pittsburgh. I mean, they have not gotten younger. They haven't replenished any of the prospect pool. They basically have said, you know what, we've got aging superstars. We're going to go all in once again and getting Erik Karlsson and Riley Smith and adding some other veterans to their group. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out for Sid the Kid and the rest of that crew in Pittsburgh. There's no doubt that
the Golden Knights pull to within 1. Pavel Dorofeev beating Alexander Georgiev.
Well, Dorofeev on the inside of the face-off dot, left-handed shot. Right on the inside, he's able to wrist it and snap it. I think it goes off the post and in on Georgiev. But the advantage of having to stick to the inside of the ice, he gets it, he wings it, and then, yes, off the post and tucks into the far side. That's one of those 50-50 pucks. He was able to find it and no hesitation at all. And then snaps it home.
He scored 7 goals in 18 games for the Golden Knights last season. So it's now a 3-2 game. The Golden Knights have scored the last 2.
And somebody that Vegas is looking at, we mentioned Riley Smith, gone. Another guy. Gonna pick up the pieces. It'll be really interesting, Bush. You were talking about Pittsburgh, just the dynamic with Erik Karlsson and Chris Letang there. A long-term contract given to Tristan Jarry. He's got to stay healthy. He just hasn't been able to stay healthy. That's a big question for me in Pittsburgh. So lots going on, and lots to look forward to here with the official start of the season next Tuesday.
And then Wednesday, doubleheader on TNT. Bruins Blackhawks, Avalanche Kings. Taves takes Cotter to the boards. Nichushkin works the puck free. Johansson will flip it ahead. Here comes Makar. McNabb stays with him. Makar, soft pass across. Shot by Colton.
And Colton had to slow up for that pass by Makar.
Here's Mark Stone back the other way, waiting for teammates. Tufte back the other way for Colorado. Miles Wood in to play the puck. Hopped over the stick of Colton. Colton battling with Nick Roy. Up the boards it comes for Byram. Roy intercepts. Puck can come out of the zone. Avalanche offside. Pavel Dorofeev pulling Vegas to within 1.
NHL Network tomorrow, preseason hockey, Penguins and Sabres. ESPN kicks it all off on Tuesday. And then we'll have the first half of the doubleheader next Wednesday. We'll be in Boston with the Blackhawks, and then, of course, the Kings will host the Avalanche. All right, Bush, I know you talked about Pittsburgh a little bit earlier. You got a story or storyline you're looking forward to this upcoming season?
Well, how about Edmonton in the West? You know, to me, the question mark for them in goal. Jack Campbell, the guy that they signed to that lengthy contract last offseason. It was a bumpy road for him. Stuart Skinner did a great job in the regular season mopping things up, but I thought in the playoffs it wasn't as strong an effort for him. Does Edmonton find a way to get the stop, or do they find a way to get another goaltender? I mean, there's no question that they outscored their issues last year. Their power play was awesome. What is it going to be this year? I mean, you know, in this West, I mean, you look at Vegas, Colorado, Edmonton. Some tough teams. Can Edmonton get over the hump? That's the big one for me, Edzo.
Oilers advanced to the Western Conference Final 2 seasons ago. Eliminated by Colorado, who went on to win the Cup. Puck carried out by Marchessault.
You got LA. I mean, again, I'm not sure on the goaltending there and in LA, but you know, Edmonton, you speak of it, you said it perfectly, Bush. I mean, they just have the ability to outscore their issues or outscore their goaltending sometimes. And as Nick Hague breaks his stick.
Both teams make changes. Byron picks up the puck for the Avalanche, who lead the Golden Knights 3-2. Down to 11 minutes remaining here in period 3.
I think their power play could be 45% this year. It's just not fair. It's just not fair, really, when you look at it. Bush, I made this suggestion last year. With that power play, if you take a penalty against Edmonton, you're almost better off to just ask the referee to put the goal up on the board and use that 2 minutes on that would be on the penalty kill. Just use that 2 minutes to try to get back in the game, because it almost seemed like it was slam dunk. Almost like 1 out of 2 when they would go on those 10 or 12 game heaters. I mean, what a weapon. It was absolutely.
And just trade between Draisaitl and McDavid for getting the goals. They can get the helper in the goal, and everybody's happy, and you give us 2 more minutes to...
What do you think? You like that idea?
I like that idea. You should...
Yeah, sure.
Bring it to the Board of Governors.
Yeah. Let's tell Jonesy he'll get it done.
Yeah. I think the commissioner would slam the door in my face on that one, but that won't be the last time. I know that.
Or the first. Here's McDermott for Colorado. He's taken to the ice by Colasar.
Bodies flying all over the place. It's a good fourth line. They played incredible last year in the final. Colasar, Carrier, and Waugh.
Waugh took a hit from McDermott. Walensky tied up by Carrier.
Took a hit to make a play.
Carrier at him. He had his eyes glued on him from about the blue line to the bench.
Big bodies out there that last shift.
Here's Mario across. Mario plays the puck back behind the net. Mario keeps it alive for Brett Howden.
Thea with the opportunity there, just missed the net.
Shot by Hague, did not get through. Tufte couldn't clear. Here's Howden off the skate of Taves. Here come the Avalanche. Mario back the other way. Dorofeev.
Nice play, Makar.
Here's Howden.
Good back check there by Tufte too. But Makar knocked that puck out of midair there, I believe. Stopped the chance to Pietrangelo. Dorofeev was trying to move it over to the D-man jumping in.
Saved by Georgiev on the shot from Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo keeps it alive. There's Mario. Forced out of the zone by Tufte. So the Golden Knights pushing for that tying goal. They've scored the last 2. Watching puck, Barbashev beats Gerard to it. Now Pietrangelo for Theodore. Theodore with a shot. Score! We are tied at 3. Deflection in front. Beats Georgiev.
I think it was Marchessault out in front.
Yes, it was.
The Vegas Golden Knights were pushing. They were winning foot races. They had some tired players on the ice for the Avalanche. But the shot from the middle of the ice with Jonathan Marchessault, the MVP of the Stanley Cup playoffs last year. Theodore Bush does a really nice job of walking the middle, and it opens up the lane, and as Marchessault is skating backwards or spinning backwards, he's able to redirect it.
Great hand-eye coordination from Marchessault. You could see Gerard was, off to the side, and that left McKinnon in front of the net. McKinnon not engaged with Marchessault, left them all alone, and a great redirect to tie the hockey game.
The Avalanche scored the first three, the Golden Knights the last three. McKinnon with the puck down for Colorado. Stopped by Thompson. Puck comes loose. Thompson was able to block the second attempt by Drouin. Golden Knights offside. So after the Golden Knights tie the game, the Avalanche nearly go back on top. McKinnon with the first attempt, then Drouin. Thompson able to make the stop.
Well, this play all started because of the outstanding puck pressure and forecheck from Nathan McKinnon. So win the foot race, lose his check, get to the middle of the ice and just fire it, and the next thing you know, it's a all-out mad scramble in the blue paint. As Logan Thompson not only have to try to find the puck, but avoid bodies flying into the blue paint. But that great separation there by Nathan McKinnon to create that chance.
Jonathan Marchessault with the tying goal from Theodore and Pietrangelo. Alex Pietrangelo's second assist tonight. Here's Byram cutting wide in with a shot. Thompson hangs on.
I was looking at the ice times here, and I saw Pietrangelo. I don't know if it's legit, but saw him at over 24 minutes already, Boosh. I don't know if that's legit or not, but...
Well, at the stat sheet after 2 periods, it had him at 12:53.
So there's a malfunction.
Has to be a malfunction, yeah. Preseason for even the stat keepers, right?
Yeah, well, let's blame the analytical people here for that one, man, right?
Shot by Byram, missed the net. Thought you were about to blame Bush.
No,
that's coming. Don't worry, that's coming.
Can't do that yet.
Waiting for the regular season.
Maybe on the ride home.
Under 7 minutes remaining. Tied at 3. Bruce, do you regret your decision yet?
No, not yet. Not yet. It's a short walk, too. It's only 2 blocks, Kenny.
You heard him earlier about playing the 70 games or whatever. He's not going to regret it on the 1st and the 15th. That's all I'm going to tell you.
That's for sure. Welcome to TNT.
Walking with a little limp over there, huh, Bush?
No, everything's good. No, that was from an old ping pong injury in the bubble.
Oh, yeah, that was a tough one. Yeah, I'd like a rematch with you, by the way.
We'll take on anybody in ping pong here. I'll be the manager, and you guys can play doubles.
I want a rematch with Kenny.
It was a pretty good match until
Bush came up lame.
Bush came up lame.
I popped a quad playing ping pong, believe it or not. Slippery floor at the Rogers.
It was a floor. Of course. It was a floor, and you're an old goalie, so we'll leave it at that. Nice shot here by Haig, and good stuff from Georgiev. As Eichel sniffing around in behind the weeds, and then steps out and redirects that puck. You got to imagine Bruce Cassidy's got to be pretty pleased with the last half of this game. For the first half, it was all Jared Bednar's Colorado Avalanche. And probably rightfully so with the score of the game.
Well, and the penalty trouble early on for them, right? I mean, they had 5 penalties to 1, and then the ice was tilted for them, and once they stayed out of the box, they started to get going themselves.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the NHL and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Vegas Golden Knights with the last 3 goals. They've outscored Colorado at 5-on-5, 3-0. Avalanche with 2 power play goals, 1 during 4-on-4 action. Vegas with goals from Wall, Dorofeev, and Marchessault, the last 2 here in the 3rd period. 3 goals on their last 12 shots. Here's Waugh with the puck, defended by McKinnon. Backhand shot deflects high.
Good
off the stick of Carrier.
Yeah, good stick there by Makar defensively.
Lehkonen picks up the loose puck. 5.5 remaining. Here's McKinnon. He was leaned on by Hutton. Hall moves the puck out of the zone.
Oh, that was a heck of a pass there by Lehkonen.
Golden Knights stay onside. Dorofeev into the corner. Howden brought up by Malinsky.
McKinnon wanted a penalty there as he was being harassed from behind.
Howden works it back out. Hutton sends the puck around. Miles Wood unable to gain control for Colorado. Kept alive by the Golden Knights. Howden with it. Now Dorofeev scored the second Vegas goal. Wood over for Colorado, dropping it back off. Under 5 minutes on the clock here in regulation.
Nice patience there from the veteran Hutton.
Radio's pass bounces away from Stevenson. McNabb back to retrieve. Both teams make changes. 4.5 to play. Third period, tied at 3. And Stevenson looks to split in between a couple of Colorado defenders. Girard back for the Avs. Stone over for Vegas. Now Stevenson. Stevenson up the boards to McNabb. Around behind for Connor. Connor coming out of the corner. Connor sending it back around. Past Stone. And the Avalanche clear. Down to 4 minutes remaining. So Hansen, Nichushkin, and McKinnon with the Colorado goals. 2 on the power play. Avalanche led this game 3-0. Shots 32-24 in favor of the Avs.
Good stick there from Marchessault.
Here's Eichel with Barbashev and Marchessault, but Vegas offside. Down to 3:37. Third period here in Las Vegas.
Threes are wild, Kenny.
Another look at the sphere. Kel McCarr with a couple of assists tonight on both Avs power play goals. Vegas has scored the last 3. 2 assists for Alex Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo winning his second Stanley Cup. He was captain of the Blues. First player since Guy Carbonneau to captain the Stanley Cup winning team and then win another cup with a different squad.
I had a chance to talk to Pietrangelo yesterday after practice and got a chance to get back to St. Louis in the summertime. Back to his home there, and eventually had to get back as his kids started school here in early August. And really settled in here nicely. And a huge ad by George McPhee and general manager Kelly McCrimmon a couple of years ago as an unrestricted free agent.
Barbashev, another former Blue, had the puck knocked off his stick, now regains. Lehkonen intercepts, now Byram. Under 3 to play, third period. Here's Byram. Ross Colton down the right side. Colton sending it back out. Byram with the puck. Samuel Girard. Now Colton. Shot was blocked by Waugh. Girard with it once again. Here's Byram. Shot blocked off the stick of Miles Wood. Byram and Waugh. Waugh comes away with the puck. Cleared out by Carrier.
Good body there by Waugh. Byram tried to cut back and read it right away and sealed them off on the board. Good defensive play there.
And he also had the shot block as well, so a very productive shift for a guy that played very, very well last year, especially in the final.
There's Nichushkin kicked out by Thompson. Golden Knights without a shot in over 6 minutes since the tying goal scored by Marchessault. Under 2 remaining. Here's Taves on the feed from Makar. Back out for Tatar. Spinning on Howden. Hutton picks up the loose puck for Vegas. Tied at 3. Avalanche scored the first 3. Golden Knights, the last 3. There's Cotter, flips it around Gerard. Byram looking around. Byram hit hard by Cotter.
Keep an eye on Byron there. He did not like that hit.
Score! Cotter! With 1:17 remaining. The Golden Knights take their first lead of the night.
The hit by Cotter. And there you see Byram, who smashed his stick on the bench, slammed the door. But watch the hit there. And now Cotter gives it in front of the net after Stone makes the pass to Stevenson. And he's got a wide open net. But right there is where the play develops in favor of Vegas.
Well, for Bowen Byram, obviously he's got the history of concussions and head injuries. He didn't like the hit, and not sure if it stung him enough on the bench. He seems to be still sitting there. But there's no doubt that I think he laid off of it, and so I think he kind of thought that he would not receive as much contact as he did. Cotter just simply drove him to the wall, and Byram, who was slow getting back, wasn't able to pick up the open Cotter. You can see Cotter just drives him right in there.
But he knew he was there too, Bruce. You know what I mean? Like,
what if he thought he wasn't going to get hit at though, Edzo?
Well, yeah, but if that's the case, you can't think that way. Because you felt him. If you see the replay, I think Cotter had his left arm on him. So you know he's there, and you know he's probably going to try to separate you from the puck. And I mean, he's there, he's all over him, and you got to know that he's going to, he's going to separate you. And certainly looks like Byram's head. You can see the fans' reaction right in front.
You know, I just wonder, Edzo, you would think you'd be ready for that.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Playoffs.
Right.
You wonder if it's preseason. You think, maybe he's just going to rub me out here. That wasn't the case.
Not going to happen again.
Cotter plays one way, and that's hard. Well,
timeout there by the Avalanche, I believe, and Jared Bednar had to dry erase board out, and imagine that Georgiev's going to head to the bench once they get full control and head back the other way.
Paul Cotter with the go-ahead goal. Vegas with 3 goals on their last 6 shots. Final minute, 3rd period. Avalanche led this game 3-0. There goes Georgiev. That is empty. Chandler Stevenson with the puck. Knocked down at center by McCarr. Taken away by Howden. Down to 45 seconds. Final preseason game for the Avalanche. Golden Knights in Los Angeles on Saturday. Their preseason finale. There's Drouin. Down to 25 seconds on the clock. Thompson able to knock it down back behind the net.
Almost knocked it into his own net.
Puck to Flex. Off an Avalanche stick. Over the glass, out of play.
Face-off will stay inside with 17.9 seconds remaining.
Six skaters for the Avs. Nichushkin, Drouin, Johansson, Lehkonen, McKinnon. 5 forwards and Cale Makar. Johansson and Waugh lead in for the draw. Just under 18 seconds remaining. Controlled by the Avalanche. Shot by McKinnon, missed the net. Pietrangelo kept it away from Nichushkin. Puck out of the zone. Down to 10.
Good face-off in there from Johansson.
Barbashev still had a teammate in the zone. Sends in deep. Time winding down. There's Barbashev. 1 second. Golden Knights win it in come-from-behind fashion. They trailed 3-0. Cotter, the hero, with 1:17 seconds remaining. Last time we were here, they celebrated a Stanley Cup victory. Tonight, it's win number 2 of the preseason. But Bruce Cassidy has to be happy with what he saw over the last half of this game.
They just seem to find their game after getting down 3-0, but just for some housekeeping for people that are into the final score, it ends up being a 4-3 win. That empty netter did not count. So a 4-3 win, as you mentioned, Kenny. But yeah, early first half of the game, Colorado was flat out awesome. Vegas didn't have an answer, and eventually Vegas found their game the second half, and in the third period they really gained some traction.
Some big saves down the stretch made by Logan Thompson. Nathan McKinnon gave Colorado a 3-0 lead, but the Golden Knights would come back. They scored 3 in the third period. Bruins and Blackhawks. First game of our doubleheader next Wednesday, then the Avalanche and the Kings. For Eddie Olczyk, Brian Boucher, statistician Ben Bowman, and our entire crew, Kenny Albert, saying so long from Vegas.